How long do you think it's gonna take?
10 minutes.
Okay.
For us, look at just in black.
Yeah.
Because with that, look at $40 minimum charge.
At what point in your early life were you introduced to this quote-unquote thug mentality?
When I was out there by myself, with nowhere to stay and no money.
Which city?
And
In California?
bits of it was in Baltimore. Pieces of it was in Marin City. And then the rest came in Oakland.
And what was your
In
first
LA.
introduction? Drug dealers or?
Drug dealers, pimps, prostitutes. That's really it. Criminals. But they weren't like young, glamorous guys, you know. They weren't like.
Well,
they
why
didn't
did you want to
seduce
hang
me like
out with
that.
them then?
They the only people that cared about me at that point. When I had nowhere to go,
But you
and
said
I was
your mother
hungry.
always cared about you.
She did, but she was lost at that particular moment, and she wasn't caring about herself at that moment. Being a man, I needed a father. I needed a male influence in my life, and these were the males. The other males who could have been a more positive influence on me were too scared to come where I was, or they didn't have the money, or they didn't have
Right.
the heart, or whatever.
Well, tell me about not growing up with a father. Why didn't you grow up with a father?
It's not just me, it's a lot of people, but I
In your
didn't because, I mean, the times that I came up and was like the late 60s, they were still having free love. You know, they was just hitting what they was hitting. And my mother got pregnant and wasn't really getting with the guy that
She was
got her
married to
pregnant.
someone else at the time,
No, she
right?
wasn't married.
No?
My mother was out just living her life. Thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you. And she got pregnant and had me. I didn't have a father.
Did
Then
you
my
know
father-
who the father was, your biological father?
I still don't know who it is, for sure. I've never taken any blood tests. The guy who I knew was my father, who claimed to be my father, he passed away, he died.
And is that legs?
Yes, but then recently after I got shot, this other guy came and was like, he was my father and he looks like me. He been in the jail to see me. His kids look like me.
Well, what was that like?
That was the bug out. I just woke up and he was standing over me. So
In jail?
when I was in the hospital,
And what did do you believe him?
I do in a way because he looks like me and his kids look like me.
Why don't you get a blood test to find out?
It's scary.
Is it pointless now?
In a way. I mean, I'm not gonna love him anymore or love him any less. So it's pointless.
Did he explain why he left?
Yeah.
What did he say?
It was personal. It wasn't, I don't want to
Okay.
put his word. I'll tell everything about me, but I don't want to
No, that's
give
fine.
out his business.
That's cool. Can you tell me why you looked at